Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry, still. I know I don't sound like it, but I am. There's David, poking that way. There's Max, in that region, all right? And guys, I know you're both big supporters, and you're extraordinarily excited to have a long discussion about our new manager. You both were so much on the Allardyce train. So yeah, we have our manager. Big Sam is in. Yeah, and so we're going to be talking in different videos about backroom staff and about possible player preferences and everything. So let's not get into that. However, let's talk about some of the basic stuff. Let's talk a little tactics. Let's talk about what might happen with him. All right? So I'm going to start with a really, what I consider a very Evertonian question based on what we actually feel about this appointment. Max, does anyone actually think he's going to last longer than May?
I'm not. I think I made my opinion very clear that I'm really not a fan of the appointment, as I feel like it goes against the long-term ambitions of the club. But that being said, I did see the interview on Everton TV with Farhad Moshiri, and I picked up pieces from Sam's press conference, and I have to say it reassured me quite a bit in that, Moshiri come out and said, Sam, he's set up to, he'll bring us stability, and what he'll look at doing is like stabilising us in the top half of the Prem. And we're thinking, right, that indicates that we don't see him as a long-term manager. And then when I seen his press conference, I think it was European places in the FA Cup final got mentioned. So it was like, that is something that I've received quite warmly, because when he got appointed, I thought, oh, that's just any sign of ambition just thrown out the window. But coming out in that press conference and stating, listen, they want me to try and make European places, or they want me to try and make the FA Cup final, stating that and saying, listen, I've got ambitions myself, that made me feel a lot more comfortable. I'm still not, fully accepting of the fact that them. But, I think that makes me feel a lot more comfortable in the fact that I know that he's got a bit of ambition as well.
David?
Have you deleted that video from 2 weeks ago when we were talking about him last? I feel like somehow when it happened, I wasn't as gutted as I felt like I should have been. And I think I tried to sum it up in a tweet. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I just don't think after those two results, the players deserve anything better. I think we do as fans, but that squad don't deserve anything better. I'm not sure they would respond to another type of manager. I was looking at, I thought my original number one target was Tuchel. If Tuchel come in now, I'd be concerned that he would try and get anything out of that team, because I don't think they'd respond to him. So it almost feels like the manager that we need, but not want. I know.
Sorry,
I was
Edward in our earlier. Do you know what we're going to talk about, David?
I just knew that it was going to be the Batman reference there.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help it. I was going to go so cheesy, but I had to pull it back big time there. But no, I think if he needs to do three things for me to stay in the job longer than May. I think he needs to get 6 points in the derby. I think he needs to at least get to a semi-final of the FA Cup, and I think he needs to finish in the top 8. I think if he'd done those three things, he'd stay on. I think if he doesn't, he's just going to get a big pay packet at the end of the year, which is why I think his contract is for so much money, because they're thinking about the payout in the long run, and then I think they'll regroup in the summer and go for someone else a bit more kind of to matching the ambition and how the club want to play, I think.
as you say, like that. What you've basically just described there. That's what I'm against. I just don't like this idea of hitting the reset button again in the summer. Like I just feel like in terms of the players that we've got, it's like it's seeing so many different people come in and out of the dressing room with different styles and philosophies of how to play. I may possibly defensively, I feel like we could learn off it. That's the thing. What can we learn off Sam that we could take forward and implement if we did get another manager in? So maybe defensively, I think we'd toughen up a bit and we'd learn a lot more how to position ourselves a lot better defensively. But
I think I can get the point you're saying, but I think the issue is now you have to assess where we are now. We have to forget everything that's gone before and is coming. The position is we'd either stay with Sam long term, which I don't think anybody wants, or we're actually in a worse position than we were at the start of the season. So, it's almost like we're probably forced to reset again in the summer because otherwise we're stuck with Sam Allardyce, who I just don't believe is a long term option. Yeah, it's a strange one. I think it is a necessity right now. I didn't think I'd ever think that, but yeah, I think a necessity right now, and there's still a season to be had. We can still make something this year now, and then let's see what happens in the summer.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement, and we all pretty much know that if Watford had accepted some money, Silva would be our manager.
Oh yeah,
because I think Silva would have agreed to it.
Yeah.
I think Silva was interested. Additionally, I think Fonseca would have come, but apparently Shakhtar said no because they're about to play more Champions League, and so it's bad timing for them. So I think really what this is, it's not that we're having good managers say no to us. It's that the good managers we want have jobs and they can't be released and they refuse to resign because then it puts them in a really bad position financially, apparently. So I think Sam is really our situation where we're like, you know what? We're not going to win a whole lot this season. Let's just make sure we don't go down, Additionally, the more I'm researching Sam, I'm having a little more respect for him. All right? I'm having more respect because I think he's very pragmatic. I don't think he has just one way to play. I think he has no problem switching up formation. Like it says when you look him up online, his preferred formation is 4-1-4-1. But you can find numerous occasions over the years of him lining up his teams in different formations. Also, he doesn't always. Typically, when people think of Big Sam, they think of two things. They think of clean sheets, and they think of long balls to the target man.
Yeah.
Every single and dead balls. Really, it's Pulis ball essentially. It's the same type of thing, right? So, but however. Did he really have a target man when he was coaching Sunderland?
No,
wasn't Defoe his main striker?
Yeah. He did say it today, which are probably leading on from your points. He did say he doesn't have a particular style. He said his style is the adaptation of what the club wants, and he's at a bigger club now with more ambition. I personally think Everton's the biggest job he's ever had. You can say the England job, but certainly club level, it's the biggest. He knows that we're not looking for a shite style of play in terms of football. We still want something half decent. We're not desperate for sort of ticky-tacky stuff, but we don't want to be a long ball team either, do we? Let's be honest. I think the three of us know that. But I'm interested to see how it goes. I don't actually think he's going to do as bad as people think he is. Yeah. I don't even think we're going to be anywhere near the relegation zone.
That's honestly, because look where we are now after that West Ham.
I know, yeah.
We're in 13th. We're not even in a relegation fight at the minute.
Yeah, I said to everyone, look how if you look at it right, look how bad our season's been, and we are 13th. So there's at least 6 or 7 teams there who are still below us after how bad we've been. So I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We're not like in a dogfight at the bottom of the table. So that's probably why I was so like, why have we bought Sam Allardyce? Yeah. And like all the outsider people that have asked, about what do you think about the appointment? The first thing that I'll get told is, oh, you just won't go down. I think really, I don't think we would have went down anyway.
No,
I
no.
think David, I watched when I was listening to you Paulie. I think it summed it up perfectly. I think at one point he turned around, he was talking about when he was in the team in the 90s or whatever, and he said, you get so blinded by Everton, you get so consumed by Everton that you think, well, we're not going to go down anyway with Everton, for God's sake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
That might be a case of that. That might just be a case of me being a stubborn Evertonian and thinking, we're not going to go down anyway. But I don't feel like it was a necessity to get a survival expert in.
No, but didn't we say, Gerry, that after that Watford game, at least we won't be getting. I can't remember who was saying it, but we won't be getting Allardyce now because we won that game and any risk of us going down. And then we had a obviously poor run after that. But yeah, I agree, Max. I don't think we are going to be in a relegation fight. I think we haven't played well. We've had bad games, but I don't even think which is why it annoyed me that apparently he's getting a survival bonus. But we're not in that position. Clearly he gets that in every other place he goes because he has about 10 games to keep them up.
Yeah.
But we've about 2/3 of the season to go in with 13. So that was a bit of a pain in the ass. But that's the type of guy he is, isn't he? He's a money man. He knows all the tricks when it comes to the money. So,
I mean, my problem, and Max, and we talked about this on a different show. We talked about pride, okay? And the stigma that comes with being a team that needs Big Sam, all right? That just sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way to say it. That sucks. It burns. It feels like we're being lumped in with these other teams that have had to quickly bring in Fireman Sam. And that's what really burns, Yeah. However, I don't think we're going to do worse. I think we'll be in the top 10. I think we'll be in the top of the table. I don't think we'll be going backward. I think the shame that I think Max, I've kind of been linking up with what you're saying here, is the idea of feeling like we have to go back to a new manager. It's not a manager for the future. It's a manager just to not suck is what it feels like, and it seems like it's just wasting time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do think he'll be here till May. And if he brings out some really crazy results, because stranger things have happened, if he gets us a cup, if he gets us an FA Cup, I think he stays.
I'm going to fire 2 questions at you now. I want to get your answers because I've been asking the Evertonians around me, mates. If he finishes 8th and he wins the FA Cup, does he stay as Everton manager for another? Does he sign a 3-year contract for you at the end of the year? Would you offer them it?
No, I wouldn't offer him an extension. No, I
wouldn't. So he finishes 8th and wins the FA Cup, and it's still a no.
Yeah.
It's your shout. I'm genuinely trying to gauge.
I honestly, mate, I just can't get it into my head. Him sharing the same seat that Howard Kendall, Harry Catterick, Joe Royle, just names like that.
All right. What about put 2 wins against?
Hold on. I have to actually answer that first.
I was going to fire it over to you, but go on. Okay, you do it now.
I think I think I give him the contract.
Just crumbling for him.
Do you know how hard that is to say? Yes, you do. That hurts to say that. But I think you do, just because at that point you see what could have happened with this season. You know what could have happened. If he not only staves that off, moves us up the table, brings us silverware for the first time in how long?
22 years.
I gotta give that some kind of. I have to kind of.
I think the January is very telling as well. I feel like the players that he brings in would be a good indication of what it'd be to come if he did get an extension. Obviously the number one target is that we need an actual striker. We can't put up with this kind of makeshift striker anymore. So I feel like the type of striker that he brings in will be very telling to if Evertonians will actually warm to him, because I think it will still take a while for us to actually accept the fact that he's our manager.
Yeah.
What's the other question? I'm curious about this.
No, that was it. I was just gonna say to Max, only because he said no. What if he got 2 wins in the derby?
And in the derby, I don't.
So wait there. I'm just gonna lay this out on a plate to you before you answer, just so you can really take it all in before you have a bite. 2 wins, home and away, an FA Cup win, and top 8.
If we beat Liverpool in the final at Wembley, then yeah.
Yeah, I sound.
We beat Liverpool,
So we have to get Liverpool to the final as well, and then beat them there, and then you let them. Yeah.
It'll heal me wounds from 2012. Yeah, when they beat us in the semi.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, just touching on that before we move on. I think if he wins any silverware at all, he deserves an extension, because we've had managers come and go now.
How many months with this contract? How many months is the contract that he signed?
18 months.
18. So
he's basically given this season and the following season.
So I feel like if it goes the way Mashiri wants, and if it goes the way Evertonians and Mashiri want, he'll make it to the end of this season. And if something ideal pops up for us, like maybe we can negotiate a deal for Marco Silva or Tuchel or whatever, then maybe we'll go, listen, it's not as if we're sacking you, the rest of your money, thanks.
The payoff, basically, yeah.
So, like, if he does win us the FA Cup, I wouldn't, that's what I'm saying, I wouldn't give him an extension. I'd maybe let him see out the rest of his contract, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you'd let him stay on, but not necessarily give him any more.
Yeah.
It'd be an interesting one, let me tell you. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
that's the most reasonable you're gonna get from me. Like,
I love the fact that might be a problem, though. That would be great. What a great problem.
Good problem to have.
It's like, oh, our manager did too well.
Well, Everton have only ever won things with English managers, so I'm clinging on to that we might do something this year.
I feel like we're in the position of Koeman at that point. He's like, okay, Omar, get in the game. Oh, wait. You scored.
Yeah.
What do I do with that?
That's us with Allardyce. Allardyce is going to be on the ass.
Yeah, the manager.
We'll be lucky if he is. All right.
And if he is, Max will give him a locker.
All right. So, anything else on early Big Sam thoughts? Because we got some other Sam videos to make.
No.
Time will tell.
Yeah. All right, everybody. If you're digging the videos, subscribe to us. Our numbers are slowly escalating. You can be among them, if you so desire. Also, like and comment, because we like to see your comments. And then we respond to them, and we have a back and forth, and it's actually a wonderful human moment. Check out David's writings on the Toffee Blues website, but also on the Sportsman. Check out Max's writing. It's on the Toffee Blues website. All right? Yeah, I don't have any writing anywhere except for in emails. If you want me to email you, I can do it. But that's it.
Or slide into his DM messages, and you'll get some good messages there, let me tell you.
I actually will respond to DMs. I've had a few people DM me who have been watching the show, so I will respond to that too. So, but don't tell anybody else.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We're gonna go make more videos. Bye bye.